Alright, here's the kick panel. It's I got all my holes drilled and I got everything ground down smooth, so get some good welds. All I got to do now, you can see some little marks there. I got to grind those little areas smooth, and then I'll be ready to weld on my kick panel. On any of these pieces where you're going to put rosette welds, you don't need to make some big old holes in there. The ones in this panel and really all my other holes have been 5/16. I always just start with a small little 1/8 inch drill bit, get it initially started, and then go in. I have a step drill bit and I use that and just drill it out to 5/16. You don't need to drill. 3/8 would be as much as you would need to drill them out to. Any bigger than that, it's just a waste of time, and it just makes a bigger hole you got to fill up and a bigger weld that you got to grind smooth. So just keep them small. About 5/16 or 3/8 was really just fine for this. Okay, so I just showed you how I got everything ground smooth and ready to go in, and now I've got the kick panel clamped in place, and there's just one last thing to do before I get to welding on it. This is difficult to do with one hand. Here we go. Last thing to do before anything gets welded is check the next piece, in which case that's the outer rocker panel for me. So just check it, make sure everything's good. Everything seems to be good position right now, and I think we're ready to weld in our kick panel. And here we have the kick panel completed. I've got it all welded in and fitted, and she's finished. The next task would be to install the outer rocker panel. That's kind of a tricky deal, and I will certainly make videos documenting that method. One thing I wanted to mention, I cut off this outer cowl panel. It fits on. Alright, you can see how it fits on there. There's the top, here's the front towards the firewall. You can see there's wiper motor, mounts down here along the side. If you're doing the kick panel replacement on your truck, I highly recommend that you just drill out the spot welds on that panel, this panel right here. Drill them out so that you have access down here to the panel. As you can see, the heat index, we got good penetration on those inside welds all the way down and around. One mistake I did make, I drilled one hole right here and there's nothing behind it to weld to. So I may just try and weld that up, but basically what I did is I just took the kick panel and put it on my workbench and started drilling holes, and I ended up with one that doesn't have a back on it. So anyway, let me see if I can get in here if there's good enough light, and maybe you can see the kick panel from the inside of the truck. Got it welded all the way around, all along the top seam there. Got that brace welded in, and she's finished. So the next, like I said, the next step is to weld on those outer rocker panels. And I hope you watch those videos as well.